Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about the narcissistic personality disorder myths. 10 myths that surround the narcissistic personality disorder. Myth number 1, they have no emotions. Narcissists do experience and feel emotions. Unfortunately, the feelings they do have are often dominated by negative emotions. Narcissists tend to think along the lines of power, control, dominance, anger, annoyance, rage, frustration, disgust, boredom, and loneliness. They feel things such as shame, jealousy, envy, hatred, aggression, malice, contempt, and greed. It's these emotions that drive them towards hurting others, that make them so ruthless towards others. Their negative emotions take over their emotions such as happiness, empathy, joy, sadness, regret, guilt, remorse, love, pleasure. They understand that they can mimic and mirror back those positive emotions. Some are a lot better at faking feelings they do not have on a genuine level, as they want others to give those emotions to them. A narcissist tends to get their pleasure out of causing somebody else's pain. It's often in the idealization stage that a narcissist will feel positive emotions as they gain attention from those around them. Yet as these are often feelings from external sources to the narcissist, so they don't last within the narcissist. And as soon as they perceive attention to be falling away from them, out comes their envious face, out comes their resentment, their anger, their rage, and their envy. Myth number 2, a narcissist misses you. A narcissist doesn't miss you as such. They don't miss anyone. They miss the attention and the emotional responses that you provided for them. They miss the belongings that you purchased for them, the money, the home, the cars that you provided for them, or what you helped them achieve. They miss your good qualities that they could copy and pass on to others as their own. If a narcissist has discarded you, they've decided that you are no longer meeting their needs. And most narcissists will already have a new partner lined up as a new source of supply. When the new isn't meeting their needs, they may come back to you to try to hoover you, to try to suck you back into their game so they can treat you like dirt and spit you back out again. Not because they want you, because they believe you have something they want and the new isn't working out how they wanted them to. A narcissist will reverse the roles of the new supplying an ex as many times as the new supplying the ex will allow them to do so. If you leave a narcissist, most will come for the grand hoover as they miss what you can provide for them, not who you are as a person. Myth number 3, you reacting to a narcissist and getting angry with a narcissist makes them realise what they've done to you, makes them feel angry. A narcissist has usually done something in order to gain a reaction from you, to make themselves feel better, so they can blame you for your reactions to distract you from their actions. A narcissist has usually done something to hurt you because they felt hurt or criticised by you, so they've baited you into reacting, and once they know they've gotten to you, a narcissist will feel better within themselves. So they can make you feel all those negative emotions that they feel within themselves, so the narcissist can put themselves back in control and feel powerful again. You falling silent on a narcissist does not affect them in the same ways that it affects you. It doesn't cause them the same psychological pain in the way it does you. Often, if they have someone else giving them the emotional attention, they don't care. And if they don't have other sources of supply of attention, they just seek to punish you for falling silent on them. They understand that you're coming from the place that they're coming from. They don't see you're coming from a different place. They believe they need to just try a different form of manipulation on you. Most narcissists know that the fact that we care for them makes it difficult for us to let go and no contact. Most narcissists recognise that we find it difficult to treat them how they treat us. So most narcissists will up their games to lower our guard and claim emotional reaction. A narcissist would prefer positive attention. However, if they cannot get positive attention, they will go all out to draw that negative attention from you. Myth number 4. Narcissists hate being alone. A narcissist needs to surround themselves with people and often cross over partners or have more than one available at any given time. So in one sense, this is true, as they can feel loneliness if no one is meeting their needs, as they need people for that supply of excessive admiration. Yet if they are getting that admiration elsewhere, by friends, by family, they can be alone while they meet a new source of supply. Although they'll not want to wait too long as they are getting their needs met by someone, a narcissist will not feel lonely when alone. And they are people. Some narcissists do enjoy their own company. With social media, they can be alone, yet be in touch and search for their next target that they can manipulate. Remember, being alone and being lonely are two very different things for people on the disorder and those not on the disorder. You can be with someone and feel so alone, and you can be alone and no longer feel lonely. Myth number 5. They have a conscience. Narcissists tend not to have a conscience, especially not like the one that you have, and especially not the narcissistic psychopath. A narcissist can only think of how a situation can benefit themselves or would look or perceived badly or morally wrong by those around them. Narcissistic people only think of their needs and they only think of themselves. They can act like they have a conscience if it meets a need of their own, and they believe a person is expecting the narcissist to have a conscience, so they will act it out to meet a need from the person who expects them to have one. A narcissist will only ever pretend to have a conscience to fool those around them. If they have a conscience, they would not be able to repeatedly do the hurtful things they do. A narcissist exploits people. They feel entitled to exploit people. They lack empathy to care about how their exploitative behaviour affects their supposed loved ones, especially if they are envious of others. A narcissist will happily walk away from those they hurt when they no longer have a need for that person without a glance back, unless it meets a need of the narcissist's own. Myth number 6. They all have high self-esteem. The fragile narcissist often feels entitled, but as they believe the world doesn't agree with them, they often have low self-esteem. The vulnerable narcissist. People with high self-esteem are usually happy within themselves and their own abilities. They don't need to seek validation and attention from others. After a narcissistic relationship or being raised by a narcissist, this can leave people with low self-esteem. This does not make somebody a narcissist. Looking for validation of your thoughts, feelings, opinions, emotions, and what you have been through does not make you a narcissist. Having at least five of the 9 criteria makes someone a narcissist. You can have low self-esteem and help others to feel validated, learn who you are, build your confidence back up, learn who you can help and who to walk away from. A narcissist is arrogant, believing themselves to be superior to others and going around destroying others to feel better within themselves. Remember, you are only ever in competition with yourself. Only you define you. Myth number 7. All narcissists have low self-esteem. Those narcissists who are incredibly arrogant towards others can feel entitled, and they can have high self-esteem. They don't see the wrong in their own behaviour. They believe they are better than thou, and they often believe they're entitled to do as they please. The grandiose narcissist puts on a great act to the world around them, and the world around them usually agrees with them. So the grandiose narcissist can have a very high self-esteem. Myth number 8, you have to love yourself in order to be able to love someone else. Some narcissists are very in love with themselves, yet they don't love others. They go around using others, exploiting others, destroying others. And people who've come out of narcissistic relationships are often left with anxiety and depression. However, they can be insecure in a relationship if they haven't healed past wounds, yet they can still genuinely care for others and want to help others. So even if they are only just starting to work on themselves, they can make wonderful partners with time and patience, as they don't want others hurting as they do. You do not have to love yourself in order to love another, and you can love yourself and not love others. Taking care and learning to love yourself is great, as when you're at your best, you can give your best. But all people have bad moments and bad days. Not all people abuse others when having bad moments or bad days. Narcissistic people abuse people when having a bad moment or not. Myth number 9. All narcissists cheat. Some narcissists can and do maintain a sexually exclusive relationship. Yes, the majority do cheat on their partners and often have a few intimate partners that they are cheating on at the same time. Most narcissists go after your friends, family or neighbours just to cut you a little deeper. Not all. However, some will go for people you don't know, and some can and do stay faithful to their primary partner. Just like no one falls in love faster than a narcissist who needs somewhere to live. Although with the majority this is the case, some do own their own home and will convince people to sell up and move in with them to take them down in that way. Not all narcissists are cheaters, and not all cheaters are narcissists. However, as many narcissists are exploitative, they will cheat you out of things such as your dreams, your hobbies, your family, your friendships, your health and your wealth. Myth number 10. They have no empathy. A narcissist tends to lack in emotional empathy, meaning they cannot put themselves in someone else's shoes to feel how that other person would feel. They often have cognitive understanding, meaning they can think empathetically, meaning they can see how something would make you think so that they can guilt trip you, pity play with you, intimidate you, so they can give you those feelings of guilt or fear so that you give in to their demands. They just don't have the empathy to care for how you feel on a genuine level. Self-help. When around negative or toxic, narcissistic people, we become conditioned to think a certain way, act a certain way. Negativity breeds negativity. The first step in recovery is distancing yourself from negative people with no contact or limited contact in grey rock. You cannot change them. It's a difficult enough job trying to change ourselves. Then working on your own mindset, undoing all that negative programming. It takes time and work and effort from yourself. This becomes easier when you change the I should do this to I must do this, and find the reasons to make it a must. If we can find a reason to stay, we can find a reason to leave. If we can find a reason to be depressed, we can find a reason to be happy. Think about what you truly want from your life. Start writing down what you truly want from your life. Feel the emotions you would feel as if you already had what you wanted in your life. Take the first step today, baby steps each and every day. You have to take the first step in the right direction to achieve what you would like. First thing in the morning, if you wake up thinking about outside problems, your day tends to head that way. Stop yourself and think about how you want your day to go. Feel how you'd feel if your day goes right for you. Imagine and feel love, joy, happiness within you. Think about those things you do that make you happy and things that you can be grateful for. Think about the things that you have within your life. Then last thing at night, as you close your eyes and go to sleep, when those negative problems filter into your mind, consciously move them back out. Those negative thoughts are connected to your emotions. Those negative emotions make it much harder for you to rest adequately. When you're in bed, you're in bed. Whatever happened in the past is now your imagination. It's no longer real. Yes, it happened, yet it's not happening in the present moment. In the present moment, you're laid in bed falling asleep. So learn to use your imagination to work for you. Fall asleep thinking about all the things you have achieved in that day, something you perhaps need to learn from, and what you could do to make the outcome better for you in the future. Then start imagining the future of your dreams, what future you would like for you. Dream it, believe it, feel it, and then get up the next day and go to work on achieving it for you, taking those small steps. You can and you will. Thank you very much for listening. If you do have any thoughts on this video, please add those into the comments. Thank you very much for listening. If you do have any thoughts on this video, please add those into the comments. If you're looking for more information on understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have an online guide available, and the Teachable link is in the description. If you are looking for someone to talk to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the description. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. The channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, then please do subscribe. Go out there, create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.